Things off for just clarify when things were with the Kapaka group at the church. I got invited to their birthdays. I got invited to. We would get performances. Let's say there's, or their extended relative, someone in the group, right? Maybe one or two people in the group, and then there's all their, like aunties and uncles and. Let's say their parents and then their parents' siblings and all their kids, and then sometimes there might be others. And when it was 21sts and 30ths and stuff, it was always a lot more. And we would be asked if we want to perform there, and there'd be hundreds of people there, because they have their friends and partners and stuff too. And I really had some good times. But no, they never ever came to visit me. But it didn't matter because there was a they would invite us round. There was a touch group, touch rugby, and there was touch rugby was with the church, and so was the netball, and so was the kapahaka. But all the guys from the kapahaka group in the church were also in the touch rugby group, touch rugby team. So we had one training a week, and we had one night of playing games, and you just jumped on with others afterwards and stuff too. Couple of nights of training kapahaka, and so I had a number of lonely years too later on, but people just coming and going. Past 4 years has been like that, but it seems to be when I'm down in a rut or something. I think people are looking out for me, and I'm looking out for them, because it's like, I know it's not like we're hanging around all the time, but like if something was to happen here, I think everyone here knows that if someone was to play up or whatever, because it happened it's happened about 4 times where people were like screaming on the road out here, and then ran into this car park, and then there was like a carload of guys, and they were like threatening stuff at the person, and I was and I was here, and then I remember running out. I just remember running out, and because you have fear, but then you get more fear, and it gets to the point where you just like, your anxiety just goes away, and then you're just like in the zone, just to make sure everyone's okay. Like, you just want to make sure none of these people here get, because you got a car of, I don't know, but there was a car, and then there was guys in it, and they were like yelling and screaming at these girls, and these girls are yelling and screaming back at them to get the F away and get all this type of thing, and then they ran into the car park. Anyways, that's happened about 3 or 4 times since I moved here, which was 3 years ago, and that's 3 or 4 times I was here, and I ran out, and I was like, calm the situation. I just didn't want anyone to get hurt, I didn't want any of these people here to get hurt, or because there's families who live here too. And and I obviously didn't want the woman to get hurt, but if they decide to go back or can't do anything about that. Anyways, I think that because of those 3 or 4 situations where I was home and I reacted that way, that I think they're looking out for me too, because there was times, and I just thought that stalkers would come here or something or whatever. What am I saying? People come and go, and the thing is let's get into this other bit. It's an encouragement to you, okay? So this is, I don't want to put but this is just the way it is, but I am full of empathy. This is my way of showing empathy. And I'll be talking like this when I'm watching other recordings, and I'll be posting and stuff like that. But when I talk like this, it's like, why not? It's a very rare thing for me to do this. But here's the thing: what was I going to say? caffeine numbs that's my ADHD, but I paused it for 2 seconds and I thought, no, I'll put it back on, but show it, yeah, what you said about how people think of you as they only want to see you in one state, that's how I feel too. But because I made this recording about being strong and assertive rather than aggressive, and then I showed how like I'd be like kind and compassionate for people's needs ahead of my own for like 2 or 3 months straight or whatever, and they wouldn't be reciprocating, and then it would cause me to get to be very aggressive, and then I'd have this big explosion, and then I was enacting it, except for obviously you can only act so much if you don't actually feel that way in the moment. I haven't felt that way in a very long time. I get sensory meltdowns, and sometimes I get annoyed by comparing myself to people, but then it's like way better than where it used to be. And it's like I still get people every here and there trying to act tough around me, and just because was it that one, or was it another one where it's like about how I stand up for what I believe, and most of society puts on this act, and they just go along with the status quo, and I stand up for what I believe in, and whether it's for the status quo or not. That one got 96,000 views. You can spend $6 if you want to promote, but I didn't touch that at all. And the only ones that I just decided that I'll do if I upload a song. But the thing is you can't do that with the songs. It has to be without the promote thing. But I set aside $20 a week, right? So sometimes I don't even spend it, but I didn't put anything on that, and it went. I didn't pay $6 for that, and it got 96,000 views. About and it's like the majority of people don't care about the why, and they don't care about the fact that it took 2 to 3 months of you just putting everyone else's needs ahead of your own, and not putting your own first, not putting your own in there, and eventually you snap, because even when you ask for your needs to be met, the majority of the time it's not. Majority of the time it's not, so you just snap. And then they don't take into consideration that I was talking about situations that happened 5 years ago now, or even over a decade ago, Well, this was supposed to be a lot shorter. But yeah, it's like they're stuck in time. I understand that. And I wish you all the best. And another thing with me is I like to watch a variety of topics as well as intersect it with entertainment. So I'll put in like a 10-minute recording or something Terry Joel usually goes for like 20 minutes, right? So it's a bit, And then there's Trinius, but then there's the ones that are longer than that. They're like longer than half an hour, and I'm like, So I know, don't just take my words for it, because there's a whole world of people out there. But me personally, once it gets past half an hour, it's like, half an hour is like really stretching it for like a topic that I'm like really thinking about on that day, and I haven't searched it up in a while. I usually have like one recording from Terry Joel and one from Terenius, and then there's the rest of like spiritual things as well as sports things and pro wrestling and music. All these shorter recordings that are like 10 minutes long, or the music is short, but they're all like 10 minutes long and the music is shorter. So yeah, all the best, and Have a great day. It's 3 o'clock now.